Good morning. It is a nice morning out here. You know, I'm out here doing this. It's better light out here than it is in my bedroom. And I'm gonna this route. I get that down around. Actually, this thing, they want me to do it on my foot and all the way up here. But the problem of putting it on my foot, I can't get my shoes on. And I don't have no more of those special shoes where I could get them. But I gotta find the end to this thing somewhere. Is that it? I got to find the end. Am I recording? Yeah. Well, where is the end to that thing? I don't see it. I can't. GoPro stop recording. I found it. I'm glad that I'm able to do this route this much. But my legs are really looking bad. So they give me all these supplies. Now, they was wanting a nurse to come out here 3 times a week and do this for me. But there's no need for a nurse to come out if, alright, there's that. Now I got to unwrap. There it is. Take that off. And I really don't think that it's necessary. I don't know why I can't put that, what do they call it, Coban. Now this is the stuff. Oh boy, how's that? I don't see the end to it. Wow. GoPro start recording. Alright, I'm having difficulty finding the end on this thing. So, got to be very careful. I don't want to cut my leg. But you can see how bad my leg looks. It looks terrible. I know it does, folks, but I'm just going to show you. I'm just going to show you. Now, what I have to do, I got this stuff, silver sulfadiazine, it's this stuff here. Now I have to put a little, rub some of this on the leg. That leg is itching. And that's the problem with this. Sometimes it itches and I get to scratching it. And the nurse says that looks like it's painful, but it's not painful. I don't got much feeling in my legs. But anyway, I'll have to rub some of this on the leg. And they want that nurse to come out and do it, but I'd rather do it if I'm able to do it myself, and I think I am. It's difficult, but now I do both legs, but I ain't gonna do this other one on the camera. I'm just showing you what I have to go through here to do it. And this stuff here, it comes like that. And this stuff is it's almost like I'm gonna start as low as I can down there, and I wrap it like this. You don't wrap it real tight, but it's got to be good and snug. And it's not really that hard to do. It's just difficult. That's all I can tell you. But I'm gonna go up a little bit higher. I didn't bring my scissors out here, that's done it. So I'll take and cut that. And I hope you are able to see this. That stuff gets on you. It's wet. It's wet, whatever it is. Now, I have to wrap this in gauze. Like so. And you know, nobody's really explained to me in terms that I can understand why this stuff happens to your legs. I don't understand. I should have got my scissors, but I forgot. Now, this is called Coban, and it's elastic, but you don't have to tape it or anything. It sticks to itself. You can see what I'm talking about there. Now, I'm going to put that on my leg like so. Now this is supposed to help the swelling in my leg. Yeah, I should have brought the scissors, but I didn't think about it. And there you go. That's all right. I'll pull my sock back up over that. Now that's supposed to help swelling in my leg. It's supposed to help them to heal. But my legs look so bad. You know, sometimes I wonder if the way my legs look and everything now, you know, they look so bad, look nasty. And I wonder if that's why my grandson don't want to have nothing to do with me anymore. I mean, he doesn't want to, you know, I can be going through there. I can go check on him. He's laying in his bed in there, and I'll open the door and look at him, and he's like, "What?" Or I can be coming through the living room. He'll be sitting there playing his game or doing his homework or something, and he'll see me looking at him, and it's like, "What?" And used to, when it was time for him to go to bed, you know, and his mom was at work, and he would come in there and go, "Poppy," he'd look at me and say, "Poppy," and then he'd lay his head down like it's time to go to sleep, meaning he wants me to go to bed with him. And a little over a year ago, that's the way it was. And now he don't want nobody going to bed with him. And sometimes I'm say, "I'm gonna wait till you're asleep and I'm gonna come there and get in bed with you." And you know what he'll do? If I say that, he'll lock the bedroom door, and I can't get in there if I wanted to. But it's just, I don't understand it. And I want so bad to hug him, and I can't hug him anymore. Of course, Donovan can't either. He don't want no hugs from nobody but his mama. And I miss that so much. I don't know what it is with me and the kids and the babies and stuff. Boy, I'd love to just hold a baby and just hug it and let it go to sleep on my shoulder and stuff. And back when Jaden was an infant, before he was even a year old, his mama wouldn't put him in a crib, and she didn't want to sleep with him, and so I started taking him to bed with me. He was just a baby, and I would bring a little handheld cooler thing in there with 2 or 3 bottles in it, keep them cold. We didn't warm them. We didn't refrigerate them, but I just put them in there so they didn't get too warm. And have diapers. And I'd get up in the middle of the night taking care of him and stuff, when he was a baby. And even when he was up and walking and stuff, he slept with me a lot. I love that. And this was like a year after my wife had passed away and everything, but I love that. I miss that. One time when he was about 2 and walking and had teeth, yeah, I was laying in there on my bed, had set my shoes off and had my socks on. I was laying up on the bed and he come strolling through there and reached over there and clamped down on my big toe. Left marks. Boy, he bit me good. And then took off running. That was my little baby, my gosh. What is it, guys? Does anybody just want to, like that little boy that was in the restaurant? I guess he was a boy. He was a cutie. And I was talking with him and stuff from outside the window. Man, I just want to go in there and just pick him up and just hug him. Oh, gosh. I'm sure missing babies. Man. And when we had Donovan, he was we had him from infancy. My wife and I, we raised him. He was our baby, and he had, he's got cerebral palsy, and he was kind of special needs and stuff, he had this weird, how babies be walking along and they'll just stumble and fall down? And usually they either start crying or they'll get back up. And Donovan would be walking and he'd fall down and he wouldn't cry. But he just laid there, he's motionless. He wouldn't get up and wouldn't make any sounds. And you'd have to physically go over there and pick him up. And then he'd just start walking again. But that's when we knew something wasn't right. And he wasn't climbing. You know how kids start climbing at a certain age and stuff? He wasn't climbing on nothing. And he wouldn't walk down steps. He wouldn't step up on steps. We knew something was wrong, but we wasn't really sure. But when he was in kindergarten, and they walked their students from their classroom to the lunchroom, there was a curb, that they had to step off and go across this little walkway and step up on another one. And the school called us one day and said, "What's wrong with Donovan?" Well, what do you mean? He won't walk on the curbs and stuff to go to the lunchroom. We have to carry him. So that's when we went to the doctor. We knew something was wrong, we wasn't sure. We just thought it was going to be a little slow, but when we went to the doctor, it turns out he had cerebral palsy. And something happened when she went to the hospital to have him. They kept giving her some kind of medication to stop the labor pains. Don't know why. In other words, stop the delivery. And they did that for a while. And we're wondering if that's not where the damage come from. Boy, we'd have knew that back then. You know, he could have got a lot of financial help. I guess you would sue them or something, but we don't know why they did it. But that was her first child too, but your hindsight's always better, folks. It sure is. Yeah, I sure miss my babies. I just you reckon it's because for 48 years my wife was always in the bed there with me, right next to me and stuff, and I need that comfort of something that's like, in this case, it's my darn dog. I don't know. I just feel like I'm really a strange person. I feel like, I mean, I don't. Other grandparents, they're glad the kids are not with them and stuff, you know, and I just can't stand the thoughts of that. Of course, I've never had an empty nest. You know, when I got married, we was married for 7 years before we had our first child. That was in 1970. In 1972, we had Bud. And we was one big, not big happy family, we was a reasonably happy family. And then Bud died in 1986. And my daughter was 16. And so we didn't wasn't aware of it, but we was not done parenting. We were not done yet. He died in 86. And then in 1990, Jennifer come home from school. You know, there for a while it was just me and my wife. And Jennifer come home from school pregnant. Had Donovan in 90. Then we had our baby again. Another baby, you know, Donovan had Donovan. And we was I was really ticked off in the beginning when I found out she was pregnant. And then I really blew a fuse when I found out that the father was black. And I was really upset about that, and first thing I did start, "You're having an abortion," which was a crock. I don't believe in abortion. I didn't. And then when I found out her and her mama was already made plans to go to this clinic and have an abortion, I pitched another fit and tell them there ain't no way you can kill a baby or grandson of mine or grandchild of mine. I was really ticked off. And then, so she went on and had him, and there for about the first 2 or 3 days, I wouldn't even hold the baby. I wouldn't look at him or nothing. And then I was sitting there in a chair, and eventually Jennifer come in there with him. Pop says, "Daddy, you know you want to hold him." And I held that little sucker and fell in love. Just absolutely in love. And one day we went over there to Walmart. The Walmart that I had worked at, that I had been terminated from 2 or 3 months before that. And I was walking up and down the aisles to all the Walmart associates and everything, and look what I got. And I'm holding that little fella. And he was premature, and he was little. Look what I got. Proudest punch. Got a baby again. Got another chance at a son, you know, only it's a grandson. And so I guess there was a little bit of racist in me, and there may still be hidden back there in somewhere, you know, coming from the time that I came from, you know. But I changed my tune real quick. So now here he is, he's 31 years old, and he still has issues, you know. But I'll tell you one thing, I could holler at Donovan group hug, and he'll come over and we'll hug. But boy, Jaden won't, and I guess Joey would too. But there's a difference between Joey and Jaden and Donovan. I guess because we raised Donovan from an infant. I guess because we couldn't. He slept with me and my wife because of this cerebral palsy thing. He slept with us till he was 12 years old. And we'd been talking, Donovan, don't you reckon you need that bed and get in that other bed and to have a bed all yourself? I ain't never going to sleep by myself. That's what he always said. And and he was really, really close to my wife. But when he hit 12, one night he just went in there and went to bed in my son's room, my son's old room. And he ain't been back since. I kid him every now and then, you want to go to bed with me, Donovan? But I'm sure missing my baby. I'm gonna miss him so much. I'm already missing him. And I expect when Jaden gets old enough, he's probably won't leave home. I don't know, but he'll have to afford it before he leaves. But man, so in the end, it's just gonna be me, Jennifer, and Donovan. And if things go like they're supposed to go, it's going to be just Jennifer and Donovan. And then if it still goes like it's supposed to, it'd be just Donovan. So I don't know. Jennifer's talking about trying to take him and get his driver's license. He had a learner's permit, but he never did follow through with it. He can drive. But life goes on, fellas. It sure does. I wished I had this other bandage change on my leg. It might not be as hard to get to as yeah, that's gonna be easy to come off. Yeah. But anyway, folks, I just wanted to show you that. Sometimes I think about the pills and all that stuff, and I'm looking at these pills and I'm thinking I'm gonna have to take these for the rest of my life. And I expect I'll have to do these bandages a lot too, because it's supposed to help your legs from swelling and stuff. Now Clyde, you know the man across the street with the $5,000 lawnmower, he wears these stocking things that compresses his legs. But there ain't no way in the world I could get them things on. I'd have to have somebody to put them on for me. And Clyde, the man with the $5,000 lawnmower, Clyde, he says when he started wearing them stockings, his legs quit swelling. So I don't know if that's because he wears them I don't know if he wears them every day. I don't know. I didn't know he was diabetic. I need to go over and look at his grapefruit tree. He told me I can have grapefruits off of there if I want them. So I'm gonna do that. But anyway, guys, girls, gentlemen, boys, I guess that's my video for today. That's my story, and how in the world did you get in there? I want you to look over there. You like that, baby? You like that? Here, she done got in there and she don't know how to get out. Hold on, baby. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. How's that? Hey, baby. Right here. That's a little thing Jennifer got for Diamond. Put him outside and it set him in the yard in that thing. But the trouble with that, he was going nutsy the other day. He was out there a while and he seen a squirrel. And he started, did you get stuck in there, baby? Yeah, it's a good girl. Her back looks terrible now. I'm gonna have to do, I got something. No, you ain't jumping up on me, baby. You ain't jumping up on me. Come on, you can jump up. There you go. See, Sharon, my baby. She needs a bath bad. She likes to get out here and waller in this dirt. Yes, you do. Yes, you do. All right, jump down. Anyway, folks, that's my video for today. She got in that thing and couldn't figure how to get back out. Back to the that's my story and I'm sticking to it, guys. I'll see you in the next one. Love you all. Appreciate it. GoPro, stop recording.